I just saw that y'all just had a UFO sighting in San Antonio yesterday. This segment is called Overrated and Underrated and Purity Rings and Public Vows of Abstinence. Overrated or underrated? Do you remember mood rings?
That's when it
And it would change colors? Yeah. That's cool looking at a girl ring like, what does orange mean?
Christian rap, is it overrated, underrated? Is it watering down the faith?
They be coming out with some heat. I'm about to go shoot a demon.
Come on, boy.
What is one area of your life where you know God is telling you to change, but you have been putting it off?
But for me, it's just putting it off, I would say.
Look, we crowned by the king, he making connections, he building his team. Lock in on the vision, gotta believe, be about his business and you'll receive.
I always said that, like, if I can do what I
So if I were in business right now,
Wow, this guy.
where I'm just working with one or two guys,
Making kingdom moves, spinning on business like me, shake. Aiming for I goes clear, clack. Moving forward, no need to reach back.
Ooh, yes, sir, man. Every time that music gets me fired up. Welcome back to the CROWNEDCAST podcast. My name is Joseph Honeyset. With me always is my incredible co-host, Joel Ngulu. How are you feeling today, brother?
Blessed, highly favored, man. New location, bro. So let's get it.
New location, new moves, new problems, man.
Yeah, man. But how
Man,
you doing,
how
bro?
you feeling, bro? I just saw that y'all just had a UFO sighting in San Antonio last night.
Homie, that's crazy because I didn't even know about that.
I
Tell me more
just
about
saw
the
it.
story. Tell me more about the story because that's crazy because I'm like all over
There's
downtown today.
there's like a globe of lights that were like rotating in the sky above San Antonio. Literally last night.
It's probably because Wemby, bro. Wemby was like, hey, man, the finals is
Yeah.
done. Time to go home, bro.
ET phone home.
Time to go home, bro. I did my job for this year. Nah, that's crazy, though, bro. There's going to be a lot more. Like, I'm surprised in San Antonio. I've been seeing a lot more of those just around America, around the world. Like, I've been seeing just people, just random things. And it's hard because you don't know if it's real or if it's AI now. Back then, I would have told you it's real, 100%.
Yeah. And it'd be easy to figure out like a fake video. Now it's difficult, bro. But obviously we're not gonna talk about this podcast. But I figured, hey, let's touch on it real quick.
That was a good touch, though, man. Good start. Man, I'm excited about this one because we're gonna switch it up on them, man. We're gonna get into our bag as far as like people are gonna know more about us through these questions, and so I'll let you take over. But let's get it.
Yeah, man, let's do it. So we wanted to do this segment. It's called Overrated and Underrated, and the rules are very simple. One of us is going to read, the topic, and then we have like 3 seconds to answer if it's overrated or underrated, and from there we're going to kind of hold our position and debate it. So,
About to get dirty.
you want to go first, or would you like myself to go first?
Nah,
Like
you go for you.
I'll ask the question first.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So is it overrated or underrated? Purity rings and public vows of abstinence. Overrated or underrated?
Underrated.
Really?
Yeah, man. I think
Why?
because I grew up in a household that purity rings, like your public decoration, is like it's helped to keep you accountable, right? It keeps you accountable. It helps you keep you pure under God, and you declare to the woman or the man that you're going to marry that, hey, I'm focused on you. But man, now I don't hear anyone talking about purity rings anymore. I don't hear anyone talking about public decorations. I hear crystals. I hear other types of rings, but like purity, like saying, hey, this is my ring for you. I don't see teenagers doing that. I don't see anyone doing that. So I think it's underrated.
Man, do you remember mood rings?
The mood rings. That's one that
And
changes
it would
colors.
change colors?
Yeah.
Yeah, based upon your mood. Be at school looking at a girl ring like, what does orange mean?
She's like lukewarm. She's like she's okay today or what?
Yeah. Oh, she black. We ain't messing with that today. But
Yeah,
for me, as far as purity rings, I think it's overrated, to be honest. I always, as a kid, I thought it was corny. Do I think, being pure and everything is good? Of course, that's not what I'm saying here. I think like the gesture of a purity ring, because ultimately it's for yourself. So I see it as a symbolism of like accountability. But like if you're really about it, you make that choice and decision, and like you don't need to wear anything. So for me personally, I always thought it was kind of corny, but that's why I go under or overrated.
I still think it's corny. I think it's all corny, bro. That's not that. For me, it's underrated. I think it's underrated because it's like a lot of corny things are good for you, like
for sure, yeah.
Things like that. So, yeah, man. Anyways, we'll go on to the next
I think
question.
it's good for like a vow of abstinence. Like, say you're dating somebody, and it's like, hey, let's get these purity rings, like to like hold ourselves accountable. I see that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask me to do that though.
Yeah, I'm not gonna wear it. I'm not.
Like, babe, we're under the agreement. All right, but all right, it's your turn.
Okay, you on the purity rings, man. For me, it's Christian dating apps like Upward, Holy, etc. What is it overrated, underrated? Like, what's your opinion on that? Like modern dating for Christians.
So that's how I found my.
So he's gonna say
That's how I found it. So I'm gonna say underrated, bro, because man, I got blessed with an incredible queen. So it wasn't a Christian dating site, but man, we connected on there. But I will say, here's something that is underrated. Man, go to church. Man, go to church. That's the ultimate Christian dating app, website, whatever. Because man, there's some beautiful women at church that are single. A lot of single women at church. And I got a type. So, going to Catholic mass, it's like, man, if I was a single man, like this would be the place that I would be. Right. And for the people that are single, just, I just, got to be, 100% Catholic, recognized by the Pope. Man, there's a lot of young, like early 20s going back to the church. So it's getting like there's a pipeline of opportunity for young men and for young women that are battling this singleness, right? So, but Christian dating apps, underrated.
But how's it underrated if you're encouraging them to go back to the church?
Well, it's underrated. Okay. No, I'm gonna be honest. For me, I didn't do dating apps because I couldn't go and talk to a woman. For me, I like to maximize my opportunities. And so for me, if I was out, I'm gonna approach a woman. But when I'm at home, we can still get some progress just passively. So for me, it was two birds, one stone. And for me, the dating app worked. But what I'm saying is, like, finding a woman at church is underrated. Like, we'll go to a club to try to find our person, then we will go to church. But man, church is underrated. Dating apps underrated. Wait, why are you arguing with me? I know you're gonna agree with me too.
No, I think it's overrated.
You think it's overrated?
Yeah, because overrated. So overrated means like overhyped. Like everyone's just doing it.
Yeah,
not like mindlessly. So like, bro, all I hear today is just Christian dating apps. Always dating this. Hey, go to this. Go to this group and find this Christian thing. So I just think it's like overrated as far as the app version. As far as what you're talking about is going in person, small groups, going to church, like physically, 100%. That right there will never be overrated. I would always encourage that. But like the app part of it, I'm like, all right, bro, you guys. I don't have to just go to a Christian dating app to find a good woman. I can go find a good woman on Bumble, on Hinge, and all that, right? But why y'all just hyping? I just feel like the Christian community now is becoming like a trend. It's like all trendy, overhyped. I'm like, all right, you guys forgot the real purpose of it. So that's just my opinion on it.
Yeah, but I will say this: you're definitely not gonna find your wife on Tinder. I'm gonna be honest.
For sure. 100%, bro. Yeah, 100%.
All right, so for this one, Christian self-help books like The Blessed Life or Your Best Life Now or whatever else you can think of.
That's a good one, bro. I'm gonna say underrated. I just think self-help as a whole, reading books as a whole is underrated. For me personally, like, bro, I'm with these kids, sixth grade kids, hoopers, right? And they're all just like, Coach, look at my bag, look at my swag. I'm like, you guys have it all wrong, but I was just like them, you know. But it's not encouraged. Like reading self-help books, like forgiving yourself, like as a young kid, right? So for me, it's underrated.
For me, it's overrated. Completely overrated. Because here's the thing: you can read a book and not put it to application, right? And so like that's why they say the richest place in the world is the graveyard, because so many thoughts, so many ideas, so much potential was put into the ground because people didn't activate it, right? Even if these people, accomplished all these amazing things. I was just listening to John Maxwell talk about how he has God-sized goals, to where like the only way this is possible is for God to intervene and make it his will. Otherwise, like if it's something that I can do, but a stretch goal, then like that's not really activating your faith, right? So activation is the main point here. But I love reading, but man, there's no difference between the person that chooses not to read and that chooses not to read, can't read, and there's no difference between the person that chooses not to apply what they read. Right. So it's all up to self, but I think it's overrated.
No, I mean, you're in that realm too, more than I am. So, like, for sure. Good answer, man. Good answer.
Let's go.
No, I got you on this one. This one's gonna be a little bit tricky one. Christian rap, hip hop, right? Tell me about that. Like, is it overrated, underrated? Is it like watering down the faith? Or is it like exactly what we need?
I think it's underrated, man. Like we've been needing some sauce, bro. We have, because we last I heard that we had was grits. Remember grits?
Boy,
that was my
grits.
song though.
Yep.
And then who's the white guy? He was like the GOAT. Toby Mac. Toby Mac was like the GOAT of Christian rap back in our day. But man, it's underrated, bro. Come on, man. They be coming out with some heat, like some stuff you can listen to in the gym. Like if you really want to get turned and lit, man, they got that. They got trap rap.
Yeah, I know.
Trap Christian rap.
That's what I be
on. Bro,
on.
Come on. I'm about to go shoot a demon.
Come on, boy. Come on. Get that pistol, that holy pistol, boy.
Yeah. And shoot that holy water.
But for me, same thing, bro. I think it's underrated because so many rappers, bro, like Mike McGallis. I think I'm pronouncing his name wrong, but forgive me, Mike. But Mike, Caleb Gordon, man, you know what I'm saying? There's so many young artists coming out. So I think it's underrated, bro. But I feel like we're coming, though. It's coming. There's a movement coming, and I think there's a wave moving.
Shout out to Lawrence Jamal. My favorite Christian rapper.
Shout out Lawrence, bro. It's Lawrence.
It's Lawrence.
It's Lawrence. That's how he says it. Well, yeah, man.
All right, Sunday best dressed. Underrated or overrated?
You're about to get me mad, bro. I'm gonna say it's man, I don't even know, dog, because for me the dress world is like it's not good anymore in my perspective. I feel like people are underdressing.
We all can't have that Congo swag, man.
No, not even that swag. I just feel like the swag today is like underdressing. That's like the swag, right? And so how do I say Sunday's best? What is Sunday's best? Sunday's best, the underdressing swag, because it's trendy, or is Sunday's best the suit and tie?
I'm gonna say old school, bro. Like suit and tie. And
I think it's underrated then, because you have too many of these kids going on with long t-shirts and these jeans, and I'm like, bro, it's not clean, bro. It could be clean for the streets, but you're going before the Lord, bro. Like, dress up, wear something, you know. But yeah, I think it's underrated.
100%, bro. Like that's also one of like the small reasons why I love going to mass, is because like that is kind of like it's not a requirement, but it's like you have reverence for where you go and worship, right? And if we're entering the house of God, right, which is what a church is, Are you just gonna go to be swaggy? No, you want to, because you're coming in the presence of royalty. You're coming in the presence of the King of the Kings. You should look your best, right? If we're gonna go look our best for one of the beautiful women that we meet on Plenty of Fish, then how are we not going to do that for God? You see what I'm saying?
Plenty of fish, bro.
Which, by the way, that makes me think that's kind of a wild name for a Christian dating app. Plenty of Fish means you got a lot of different options,
Options.
but
Yeah.
I've heard some wild stories from Plenty of Fish. That's why I stayed off there.
Man, I forgot about that one. I heard, like, you know, the new one's Upward and all that, but I forgot about
Yeah.
Fish. Man. Yeah, I don't know. The swag is messed up today, bro. Like, everyone, I don't know. My thing is just be clean. Wear a suit and tie, be clean for the Lord, right?
Do you like the baggy style?
No,
I
that's
don't
not
like
my
that
style.
at all.
I don't
That's
like
not
it at
my
all.
style.
Like, I'm like, it just looks, I don't know. It just, for me, it looks like you're not trying, and now everyone not trying is that's the cool thing, to not try. Mismatch, change colors. I'm like, bro, when did that get cool? But again, we're in this time period, Revelation, right? What's up is down, what's left is right. You know, what's good and what's bad. So,
Yeah, it's on you.
it's on me, man. All right, bet. What about mega church, light shows, smoke machines, the concerts, right? Is entertainment versus authentic?
All right. So for the sake of debate, because I know we're gonna agree on it. I know we're gonna both agree that it's overrated. So I'm gonna take the underrated position. All right. I think it's underrated because sometimes that is the stepping stone that people need to get introduced to God, right? Like there's all these different flavors of ice cream for all of us to choose from. And, you know, God meets us exactly where we're at. And depending on where we're at with our faith walk, if we're coming from a lifestyle that kind of had that, it may be an easy transition for, I'd say, like the general population of people that, you know, don't know Christ, and they get into a mega church, and there's the theatrics, there's the entertainment, there's the powerful sermons. Sometimes people need that because they want to feel like they can still be a part of the hype, still living holy. And then from there, their relationship matures.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. With that, that was my only logic against the underrated version. But I think I'm the opposite, bro. Overrated, bro. It's too much. I think it's overrated because the majority of the money goes to. So let's say if church was like a whole big one big business, right? The mega church part is supposed to be like the marketing, right? What you spend, the little dollars, right? Because you're gonna get like the people on the streets, you're gonna get people that come in, right? The majority of dollars should be on discipleship, like maturing these people, right? And that should be like the branding, your why, which is what Jesus did, make it backwards, that's the why. But we have it backwards, and so that's why I feel like majority of the money goes to the mega churches, and so it stays there. So the people that go there and they're like, oh man, I just needed to hear something. Cool, you went there, but you're gonna keep going there after a year. Why? Because it's cool. And so my thing is they need to graduate from that to another. So I don't know how to do it, how you should do it. But my thing is, it shouldn't be a lot of money poured into mega churches to just like fire and smokes and mirrors entertainment. Yes, cool, but get them into something else. So don't spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on the Easter service. Spend $20K, and the other 80, go do something for the people that are already in your church for them to mature. You know, so for me, it's overrated, bro. There's other reasons why, but it's overrated.
Yeah. No, I'm with that. Like I said, I'm not going to defend that too much because I agree with it. For me, so this next question, when somebody passes away, you know, the thoughts and prayers response to like a tragedy that you see on social media, you know, how do you feel about that? Is it like genuine faith in action, or is it like just a lazy response to almost kind of be attention seeking for ourselves?
Yeah, I think it could be both. I think it's lazier if you want to like just cookie cutter, like black.
But overrated or underrated?
Underrated now. I was gonna say overrated back in the day, underrated now because no one gets love anymore. Like no one's commenting each other's posts, no one's even liking things anymore, bro. It's crazy, right? And it's across the board. So I would say right now, underrated. Like how we grew up, overrated.
I agree. Yeah, it's completely underrated because number one, people aren't getting love like that. But also number two, like take the eyes off yourself. Even if you don't know somebody, like just hearing that voice or getting that comment of somebody just saying like, man, I'm praying for you, like, thoughts and prayers to the family, rest in peace. Like, I think that goes a long way for the person that's experiencing that, that death or that tragedy. So yeah, definitely underrated.
Yeah, most def. Do you want to continue with this? You want to shift to a different question, different game?
Now because we got a couple more, like two more or one. I got one more. I think you got one more too.
Okay. What about I'll ask you this one. Posting your daily devotions, coffee picture on Instagram, posting worship sermons, anything, posting online content of what you're doing, like your Bible study, your quiet moments, your worship moments, like posting that online is overrated, underrated.
All right, I'm gonna take the overrated position. I could go both ways on this, to be honest. I think it's overrated because I'm gonna be honest and I'm gonna be 100% real. I've literally just, sometimes it's been a busy morning. Well, I forgot to get into my word for whatever reason, and I just go to the Crowned app and then look at the daily devotional, and then I'm like, all right, cool. And then I'll post it on my social media story so everybody know, like, yeah, you see me, I got this in, but I didn't spend time. I just read it as an action, and I think also too, it is attention seeking. Like, look at what I read today. But the reason why I say it could go both ways is because you never know who's going to come across that word is going to speak directly to them. And for me, that makes it all worth like posting, even if you just kind of, man, checklist mentality. Look at me, look at the, the daily bread. But I think it's overrated for sure.
Yeah, I mean, same thing, but for me, I'm mostly overrated, just because it's almost like fasting. You don't boost, hey guys, I'm fasting. Look how holy I am for the Lord. You're not supposed to boost that. All right, the Bible even talks about don't let your right hand know what your left hand is doing. Right, it's like you're not supposed to boost anything you're doing. And so,
Yeah.
like, I think it's good, like, to be flamboyant about Christ, right? And so that way, if someone sees your social media post, they just needed that encouragement, right? So that part is good. But like, if you're gonna post like Sunday worship, everyone worship, like every Sunday you're just like in church, right? And you're just posting that. That's when I guess it's like overrated because
I got a better question. Praying on social media,
like live or just like verbiage?
like that's your content. Like you put out a piece of content and it's just you praying.
I mean, it's
Overrated.
It's underrated because I haven't seen one. I haven't seen the profile that's doing it.
I'm thinking of one person in particular. One person. I'm gonna give you a second to see if you can get it.
I think it's him, but I haven't seen it happen. But anyway,
for me, number one, the Bible says like to pray privately, right? Or not doing it for attention, right? To me, when I see the, on the hands and knees in the room, I'm like, to me, my mind always goes, you set up your camera, hit record, and then went to go and do that. It's one thing if somebody catches you while you're praying and worship. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about like the just I'm in the kitchen washing dishes and I started to tear up because God, met me. Man, get out of that. Yeah, I hate that. That's cringy, ladies and gentlemen. We do not believe it. And if that is cool, if that is you, then cool. Like, I don't know. I hate seeing stuff like that because to me, all that is attention seeking. If it like you truly had that moment, why are you sharing that with the whole world? Like, you know how many God moments I experienced? I'm not running to Instagram to post about it or reenact it.
I know.
So that's just how I feel. Maybe I'm a hater, but
I feel you, bro. That's why for me it's overrated because I get it. You want to be someone might see that post of you washing dishes and praying, and they're like, man, I needed that. You know, that's good. But like, if you're always doing this, your lifestyle that you're always posting content like that's a pattern. That's like you're doing it for self-seeking, right? And so that's what for me is overrated because it's oversaturated. I see it all the time, right? So
Yeah, I'm with it. I'm with it, man. And I just wanna, big us up, bro, because man, I was watching Patrick Bet David, and man, they started praying on their podcast before their podcast. And I would like to think that they got inspired by the end of our episodes of how we're always praying at the end of every episode with the same people that go on their podcast. Bradley came on our podcast a month later. He was on the Patrick Bet David show. So, I mean, I just got to give us some credit.
Boy, I was just about to go there. I'm like, I mean, he's inviting the guests that we have, right? The people that we've been around, and they see us. And so 100%. Like, I don't want to drop names, but there's been people that are highly networked people, highly known, who have stolen a lot of things we did. But again,
Call
that's
them
the
out.
whole point.
Let them know.
The whole point. The whole point is that you're supposed to, man. You're supposed to be a light that they kind of like. Oh, I see what they're doing. I want to take and use, right? Because I'm not going to affect your community, right? And so I like. I just want them to know. I see you. I see you.
Yeah. PBD, we're not mad. Just invite us onto the podcast. We want to go on Valuetainment. All right. So my DM's open. All right. So we're going to move to the second segment. This is called the hot seat. You're already in the hot seat. I've been asking you questions, but basically, I don't want a Sunday school answer. I want a Joel and Gulu answer. All right. And so I'll ask the first question again. And so that first question is, who is a type of Christian influencer or pastor that you think is doing more harm than good without naming names, describe behavior? I'm gonna take that last part out. I want to hear the names.
Oh, you want to hear the names, man?
I want to hear the names.
Nah, man. Hey, you got to answer this too, man.
I will.
Because, yeah, man, I mean, honestly, I've stayed away since 2019, 2020. I stayed away from, like, Instagram pastors, man. So anyone you see on Instagram, that's already off.
That's a crazy term, Instagram pastors. We had Instagram models, now we have Instagram pastors.
Pastors, bro. Like, all those anyone you see, like, anyone from, like, Elevation Worship, those people, like, I'm not saying they're doing evil. The Lord already revealed to me, like, anyone who preaches the name of Jesus, man, is being, like, it's working, right? But I will say that a lot of people are taking that and they're saying that's the whole gospel and they're running with it. So I feel like it's doing more harm than good, right? So it goes back to the other question you asked about the mega churches. Like, is it doing harm or is it good? Yeah, it's good. But a lot of these people are looking at these pastors now as celebrities. Like, they want to live there, man. Like, I live in San Antonio, man. We have a couple of pastors in our cities that people will come up to me like, hey, you know that pastor? You have their number? I'm like, yeah, it's just regular people, man. But it's like, oh, that pastor, that's my pastor. I love him so much. Like, it's almost like they love the pastor more than they love Jesus. And so, like, I guess going back to your answer, man, anyone on Instagram that you see, Elevation people, man, those pastors, Stephen Furtick, man, who else, man? Like, I don't really stay too much in the, like, I guess I stay away, man. But like Mike Todd's, those people, man, like.
Dang, you just throwing strays.
No, I'm being real. Like, I'm saying,
playing,
like,
bro.
Yeah, I know you are, but the people are gonna.
Because I agree. I agree with those names. For me, man, I've never ever walked out of a sermon ever, except for once in my life. And so the pastor is Justin Bieber's pastor. And shout out to Justin. I like Justin.
That's the name?
But Judah Smith. Man, it was. So he came to Social Dallas, and I went and I attended. And man, it was. This is gonna sound weird to say, but it was a raunchy sermon. Like, I didn't like how he was talking about Robert Madu's wife, and like it was low. I don't know. It was kind of like low key, like light flirting. It was compliments, but it was like light flirting in front of the entire congregation. And then just the sermon, man, there was just so many disagreements with the things that I heard him preach about that I'm like, I can't even keep sitting here because I know what the word says. And what you are saying is not aligning with that. And, you know, he's one of the pastors out in, you know, LA area, very, you know, accepting. And, you know, he said that, oh man, hold on. He said something about, you know, masturbation is a gift from God. I'm not even lying.
Whoa.
Allegedly, let me get this quote right.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
But I read it and I was like, what? I even called my dad about it. And I was like, have you ever heard of this guy? I was like, I just left.
Man, honestly, I would have just got up. I probably been like, "No, sir," and just walked out loud. "No, sir," and walked out. That's crazy. Watering, I'm telling you, man. But that's where we're going. Everything's watering down.
Watered down, right?
Like if
Eventually
you're gonna say homosexuality it's actually that's what he wants you to do. You're gonna get blessed by that.
This is what he says. Pastor Judah Smith says pleasuring yourself sexually in the confines of marriage is a gift from God. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't agree 100%. 100%.
Just the verbiage is crazy.
Unless he meant something else. Like, unless he meant like, yeah, you receive pleasure from yourself and your spouse in marriage. Yes, unless he meant it like that, but I don't think he did.
No, he's talking about personally doing it for yourself.
Yeah, you're crazy.
For me, I don't need my pastor to tell me that. Like, I don't need to hear my pastor's thoughts on pleasuring myself or anything to do with the bedroom. Like, that's not your lane. Like, that's me and my wife, and I don't need you to worry about anything else. Like, I'm not trying to hear your thoughts. But yeah, so that was the guy that I was like, bro, what are we doing here? And so I dipped out and repented of my sins.
Oh man, I drove by this church and had like the whole alphabet letters on there and everything. I'm like, bro, you can't mix.
Probably man, Methodist. I see a lot of Methodist churches out here in Dallas. They be doing that. But go ahead. What you got? Put me in the hot seat.
All right. What is the most unchristian thing you caught yourself doing or thinking this week?
Ooh, man, I've had a good week. I've had a good week.
Good is relative, bro. What is good mean, man?
I've had a real good week. No, I really can't even, man, I just live my life like a good Christian boy. No, I think probably the most, this is almost embarrassing to say. I think the most Christian or unchristian thing that I did this was I recently PS5, and man, I was losing at 2K, and I might have let a couple F words slip out of there, and but yeah, I mean that's the extent of this week. I mean it's Thursday. We got a couple more days, so I could cause a little bit more trouble.
Okay, I mean that's not bad, bro. That's not too bad, man. You know, God's not mad at you.
Usually, it's me getting pissed off at people that are driving here in Dallas.
Yeah, I have a bad road rage. But for me this week, I would say drinking. Like I told myself I'm gonna have one glass, and I end up finishing like the whole bottle.
Somehow that happens. The more you drink, the more you want to drink.
And it's the one that I'm like, man, you know, I could just. We're already halfway. You might as well get one more glass, and you're like, oh, we're already pretty much done, bro.
We're good. Just keep on going.
Yeah, man. But I told myself I was gonna get better at that, and that's something that I kept beating myself up. And there's that, and then man, for me, I'm a man. I'm a man, bro. So I would say lust as well. This week, lust was crazy. The gyms nowadays are crazy, bro. Like, why are they doing this to us? Why are the clothes getting crazier and crazier? Like, women nowadays don't even want to wear like regular outfits. It's just gym outfits. Even when you go out and about, like you go walking downtown, you go to the mall, it's just all gym outfits. And now at the gym, it's turning into like sexual outfits.
Yeah, it's crazy. I saw an article that like comparing Europe to America and just like the fashion differences. Because like in Europe, they're not wearing Lululemon to, go do groceries. Like that's very much a American thing. And yeah, they just couldn't get it. They're like, why do they dress like that, like in public? You know what I mean? It's kind of like wearing your shower cap to Walmart. Like You're not going to do that, right? So
Be surprised. Be surprised, man.
Be surprised. But the whole point of this really is like, you're going to do unchristianly things. Like, that's what sin is, right? So the whole point is like having grace with yourself, right? Like, man, I finished the whole bottle. Maybe next time I'll just get to 2 cups and then, 1 glass, right? And then, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Or just don't drink
having
it
that
at all, man.
grace.
Just don't even buy the bottle, man. Just leave it at the store. But anyways, yeah, bro, he's not mad at me for that. Either that's what you're saying, bro. Either way, like, God's not mad at me. I'm not less of a Christian because that happened,
Exactly.
So, let's keep it going, man. Give me some more hard ones.
Put you back in the hot seat. What is a part of your faith that you genuinely struggle with or have doubted? Well, this is a vulnerable question.
Oh man, this is tough. I mean, there's a lot of things, bro. But the first thing you said that came to me was learning to let go and learning when to go. Like, I've always battled that. Like,
let go and let God.
Yeah, but there's also even the Christian world. Like, what's that? What is that? Not Mormon. That's a different religion. Calvinism. If I don't know if you learned about Calvinism, but like, it's pretty much like God takes the wheel and no one is in control of this life, and God's only selected this how many people go to heaven. Everyone's deemed to go to hell. So like, they believe in Pharaoh. Like, God created Pharaoh to go to hell because he was basically created for a means, and that's like their belief, right? And so they struggle because they're like, well, what are we in control of, and what is God in control of? How much do we let go of God do, and how much do we take control of? And for me, I'm in business, I'm in sales, and like, you've been in sales too, so it's like, how much do I need to work, and how much do I need to just rest, and let God? And so that's the one thing of my faith that, man, because I've been on both sides where I've worked and I've gotten a lot of success, then I've rested and I've got a lot of success. And both sides, when I'm doing it, God's like, rest. So when I'm working, he's like, rest. When I'm resting, he's like, work. And so I'm just like, God, this is a struggle, man. Are you real? Is this a game? Is this just like, bro, I'll be having some crazy thoughts sometimes. I'm like, God, are you up there? Do I got to do this myself, or all those, man? So that, I would say that's number one, because that came straight off my head as soon as you said that.
Yeah, it almost is like, it gets into the thing, like, is everybody's life predetermined? And like, what does that even mean if God doesn't live, like, he's not bound by time? You know what I mean? Because like, he can go into all these different time pockets, like our past, our present, our future, and he can go and insert himself. But like, for me, this is how I always think about it. I don't think you can outwork God. I think God also goes off of how we work, right? And I think that also is the law of attraction, right? Like, if you want to make something happen, you're going to put action into it. God needs to trust us before he gives us, increase, just like he did with the Israelites, right? Like, when they were in the desert, like, it took 40 years to go an 11-day journey. Why? They weren't ready. And so he provided all these different obstacles, struggles, and reasons for them to kind of knock them back into place. They all had to die off, and a new generation had to come through. So was that part of their will? And I actually got a comment like this on my video. And it's a really good question. And I know it kind of we're separating like the initial topic that we're talking about, but I always think it's like, God has this plan for us. We have free will. Along the way, he tries to align us with his will through all these different obstacles and struggles and amazing things, and based off of what we do, God is going to then add to, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I know exactly, because like, dude, these people, the Calvinists, used to always debate me. I used to always go back to like, bro, like, it's not like cookie cutter. Like, God works as you go. Like, he gives you have different options every day. You choose one, and God will work it around that with that decision you make. But at the end of the day, God creates you with a direction, like a purpose. God knows at the end of the day, you have to be this person. So if it takes you 30 days to get there, it takes you a week to get there, God knows by day 31, you need to be this person. And so you go out, you decide how long you want that to be, And so
yeah,
that's the answer I give. But it's tough, bro, because it's a hard answer.
Yeah. What you got for me?
I want to hear yours. Your answer to that question that you gave me.
I forgot what I asked you. Oh, genuinely doubted or struggled with. I'm gonna be honest. It's other Christians, man. That is one of my biggest struggles in what I've been praying to God to like really work on my heart in that area. And it's because, I'm so much of a go-getter, hoorah guy. And, my thing is, if you're going to call yourself something, then you should live by what it says, or at least read the book, right? Like read the rule book to live life. And, because otherwise, what's the point, right? Like we're supposed to live our life for God, nothing else. But typically, and even for myself in different aspects of my life, God has been the last part of what I get to in my day. And so while I understand it, I've also been on both sides, and this side is way better because there's so much bigger purpose. There's so much more gratitude that you have for God. There's so much more respect, reverence that you have for God and he's done so much. How could you not want to serve him to your maximum capability, right? How could you not want to live your life as close to Christ as possible? It's tough. Welcome to the world. But man, that struggle is the greatest gift that we actually do have here on earth. You know what I mean? So for me, it's Christians. I don't really like the whole, Christian church culture. I'm gonna be honest. Like that's why I go to the old school. I go to mass where it's, you barely say hello to people. Like it's just, greet, kneel, like let's get to sermon, right? And because I never liked the hype. I know we were talking about mega churches, and I was, just playing into it. I think it's overrated, but I just hate the fake hype. I hate the fake, hey, welcome to church. We're so glad you're here. It's like, all right, Karen, get out of my way. You know what I mean? So for me, that's one of the things that, God's been working on, and he's actually making progress. I know it doesn't sound like it, but yeah.
Yeah, bro. That's honestly, that's where I was at. Like, I still struggle with that sometimes. I catch myself, but the same thing we just talked about. Like, everyone's on their journey. God is like, bro, you want them to be exactly the person that you see them as, and God is like, they're not there yet, and so it's gonna take a few more years, or it might be another month, and so you gotta just let it be. And I'm like, it goes back to the question: how much do I need to tell them more to change, or how much do I need just to let go? And God's like, just let it go. And I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna let it all go. He's like, okay. And I'm like, so I just sit at home and not do nothing? He's like, no, go. So that's what I'm telling you, man. It goes back and forth, but I'm with you, bro. I cannot stand when the fake like Christianity stuff and people are struggling on the streets, bro. I would go preach out on the streets with like organizations when I first moved to San Antonio, and I'm just like, bro, like why am I sweating this much? And these churches have so much money they can give volunteers to go do this, And I just get mad at like, come in church on Sunday. Here's your coffee. Here's your notepad for the day with the scripture of the day, or whatever. And how you doing, Joe? And keep going. Next person. Hi. Here's your coffee. Here's your notepad. I can't stand it, bro.
Yeah, I think ultimately, like what changes that is just by the people that are being bold to just insert God into conversations. Literally this morning, I took my daughter to the park, and we were playing at the park, and this lady and her son ended up coming. My daughter was playing with her son, and then we got talking, and she's from Cambodia, and she's telling me about her life or whatever. And I was like, I'm gonna insert a little sprinkle of God into this conversation. And so she was talking about, them just, moving into a bigger home and blah, blah, blah. All these things were lining up. I was like, man, well, praise God. And she's like, isn't God good? And I'm like, yes, like if you just sprinkle it into conversation, pepper it into some conversation, it lets people know where you stand at, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And then you can kind of keep on peppering it in a conversation like, oh yeah, my husband just got a promotion, like my kids just graduated high school. Amen, brother. Like that's amazing. God is good. Like that's that's going to start letting people be like, man, I really like that encouragement. I'm going to start using that. Or like when another Christian that doesn't talk about it, like you wouldn't know they were a Christian unless you really knew them, and they see you out being bold about what you're saying and talking about God, and like, I need to start doing that. You know what I mean? These are the seeds that we plant. So I think that's how it's done.
That's exactly how it's done. People have all these step-by-step things. I'm like, bro, it's just God. All he just wants to do is remind you every day. He wants to remind you that he's your father. He's your father. You're exactly where you need to be at. So don't have any anxiety. So if you know that, you're good. Secondly, like, he just wants you to, how do you evangelize? It's like, bro, just talk to people with compliments them. Hey, I love your outfit. God bless you, brother. And then for them, they're going to go and be like, I haven't heard God bless you in a while, man. You get back in the church. And it's You're not working so hard to go save someone's soul. You're just being there as a reminder.
You're being you. And that's the whole point, bro. Like, that's the whole point of getting into the word, going to church, being around a Christian community, like building a relationship with God, because that's it right there. You know, it makes me think of like the people that ask us, like, you know, if I'm a Christian and I have a business, like, how do you guys do it? And it's like, what do you mean? Like, you think we're, bringing people in for meetings and we're taking their hands and kumbaya and praying? Like, nah, like we can do that, but also understand your company too, right? Like, don't be a weirdo, don't be a weird Christian, because that turns people off more than anything else, right? Like, pick up on social cues.
No, for real. That's true, bro. We get passionate about these things.
I love it. All right, I'll do one more, and then we'll go to the next segment. How about that?
That works.
Ooh, I got a few good questions here, man. Okay. All right. So, what is one area of your life where God is telling you to change, but you have been putting it off? Let them know.
Oh yeah, I mean there's that part. I was trying to think of something else too, man. But for me, just putting it off, I would say evangelizing and then focusing on like my family's like orphanage. My family has orphans. We pretty much support 60 kids, 50 widows. We're working on our third water well on the property, starting a clinic, pool. It's like a recreation center, right, for the kids. And over the past years, I've just been focusing on how to make money to go do that. And God's like, just go do it and I'll make money. And a part of that is evangelizing. That is evangelizing, right? You're gonna go teach people how to create wealth for themselves, but also preach the gospel, right? And so, but also give them something physically. So that is evangelizing. So I was trying to create something, and God was like, no, the thing I called you to do is the creation of what you're asking. So I've been putting that to the side, and hopefully that's a lesson for other people, man. Like me, I never want to be a pastor. I never want to be a preacher. I never want to be an evangelist. Right, like I just wanted to make money in business and then go support different things. But God is like, that is evangelism, like you supporting the ministry that are going out. That is evangelism in a way, right? And so I would say he asked me to do one assignment, which I thought was not lame. I just thought it wasn't going to make me the money that I thought I needed to go do the thing he asked me to do, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's funny, man. The same God that parted the Red Sea, like, you know what I mean, like. That's good. It's good, man. And like making that change, how do you feel? Like internally, like what are your emotions? Are you like confused? Are you at peace? Or like, what does that feel like for you?
Honestly, it kind of feels like the same way that I told you earlier, where it's like, you want me not to do anything? I don't want to do anything then. I'll just let go. So I guess there's a piece there where it's like you have no pressure of doing something. But there's still like confusion of like, no, this like I don't know what this doesn't make sense. I still need something to do day to day, and so So that's just where I'm at, which I guess is normal.
Yeah, no, that's good, man. Yeah, for me, I mean, this change probably was made maybe 2 months ago, a month and a half, and obviously we spoke about it. But for me, I was just I've always loved business and. Stepping into and building Crown, like, man, that has been such an awesome journey. And, especially these last 2 years, all the things that we've been able to do and bring on to, Crowned, and all the people we've been able to bring on to Crowned, from our community to people working for us and helping us out and offering their time. And for me, I was so focused on, man, like, I want to be that cool business owner. Like, business is sexy, business is fun. And I felt God tell me, man, you're not having the success that you're wanting because you're not doing exactly what I want you to do. You're doing your version of what I asked you to do. And it's kind of along the same lines of like, man, I want you to go speak about me, and that's your business. Like, I want you to go speak about me. I want you to go touch people's lives. Who cares about like the marketing and the sales and, this offer and this offer? Man, I told you to go be bold about me in the marketplace, and you're not doing that. You're trying to just be in the marketplace. And so like, that's why a lot of my content has changed so much, from like business to just straight up like Christian, godly content. And for me, when he told me that, man, I got peace, bro. Like, one thing about me is I'm going to be obedient to God. Maybe I might have some questions, but it's never reservations. It's never, nah, because God has showed up in my life a lot of times the 25th hour, but he showed up so much for my life that I'm like, man, I gotta push my own, thoughts and likes aside and just be obedient to what God's saying, because I know God's gonna provide something even greater than what I can even think of. So a lot of times we just need to shut up and color when it comes to God, because that's how you block your own blessings. How do you know you block your own blessings? Most people don't realize they block their own blessings. You're probably not listening to God if you're blocking your own blessings.
Exactly. If it's not working, it's probably not aligned, or it's probably not, there's something that it's not, you've been pushing. It's like, why? It's probably not something you're supposed to be doing, So
yeah, man. Like I told you too, like, we're looking at a house and making a move. And my whole thing is, God, if you're like, this is going to be for us, then like, you're going to knock down every single barrier. If there's all these different barriers and like, I'm stretching to make it happen, then I don't believe it's in your will, because if it's for me, man, and also like, it can be for you and there can be some pushback, but you can learn some lessons in it. But if it's just continuous, banging your head up against the door, no, thank you. No, thank you at all. So, what?
I'm like, no, thank you. I'm like, no, thank you either, bro.
Yeah, no, we learned 33 years in the game. So now we're going to go to, this segment is called Real or Fake. Essentially, I'm going to say a quote, a saying, a situation, and you and I are going to have to, guess if it's real or fake. And so I will go first. I don't like that one to start with, because I know it's the answer. What the answer is. All right. A man was swallowed by a large fish, survived it for. Oh man, come on! These are too easy, bro. That's Noah. That's real. Okay. This is a really good one. This is a quote: "Is this too shall pass?" Is that in the Bible or not in the Bible? Is it real biblical quote, or is it a fake biblical quote?
I'm gonna say it's a real biblical quote. I mean, for me personally, I've seen it everywhere in slogans, posters, and things like that. This too shall pass, and even God Himself has told me that, and so I believe it's real.
It is fake. It's said a lot in culture. That's why I was like, man, maybe you might get it. But apparently it's a Persian adage that was later popularized in Western culture. This too shall pass.
Interesting.
And Lord of the Rings, what does Gandalf say? He says, you shall not pass. Does he say that?
You shall not pass.
Yeah. So not to get confused with.
Yeah, so that's crazy, bro. I mean, I didn't know that, man. So
You're muted.
sorry. Okay, your turn. A prophet called down 2 bears from the woods to maul 42 young men who made fun of his bald head. Is this real or is it fake?
I'm gonna say this is real.
The story it's real. It's the story of Elisha, not Elijah, Elisha. Right? He's the second one
Let's
that
go.
proportion. So it's kind of one of the wildest story, but it's found in 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 23 and 24. But pretty much these people were making fun of him, his head, and he he called down 2 bears and they mauled him and killed him. But like pretty much, man, in the Bible when you read, don't make fun of the prophets, don't make fun of God's people, man, because you're gonna pay for it. Because God's gonna like bro, Moses' sister's own sister got leprosy because she made fun of his wife. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's funny, bro. If we were born in a different timeline, that would have been us. We would have been killed by some bears, bro.
Man,
Imagine we threw you, me, Joey, and Joel. We threw eggs at somebody's camel, bro. We threw eggs at Elisha's camel, bro. We getting the bears.
yeah, I'm pretty sure there's more to the story, but
He got roasted. Elisha couldn't handle the roast session, bro.
he probably told him like, "Hey, I better chill out, guys." And they were just like, "Nah,
Yeah.
you're a fake pastor, blah blah." He's like, "I'm telling you, if y'all keep going, there's gonna be these 2 bears that come out." It's like, man, that's just crazy. Like, it's 2 bears. Like, it wasn't something else. It was 2 bears.
And like, imagine the rumors like later on in town. You know what I mean? Like, hey, don't mess with him.
Don't mess
Call
with
them
him,
the
bro.
Bears, bro.
Yeah, that's
That's
wild.
hilarious.
No, that was a good one. I like that one.
Yeah, to me, I was like, man, this sounds so wacky that like yeah, he has a bald head, but they're probably talking about somebody specific. So that's why I was like, this is weird, but I'm gonna go with this real. Okay, God commanded a man to marry a prostitute as an act of prophecy to illustrate his relationship with Israel.
True, Mr. Ezekiel. Was Ezekiel or Isaiah? Who was it?
It was
Probably not one of those. It's someone
Gomer.
else. Gomer. Okay.
Hosea and Gomer in the book of
Yeah,
Hosea. It's
Bro,
real.
it's sad. It's a sad story, bro. I do. The thing is, she left him, and then she went back to it, and then she got sold, and then she was there about to like pretty much excommunicate. He went to go buy her back, bro. Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Dang. I mean, yeah,
That's what we
you
do.
gotta buy your wife back, bro.
After
You said it was real?
Yeah, it's real.
Yeah, dang. That's wild.
Yeah, it's real. It's pretty much God used that story to illustrate like what we do to him. Like we pretty much were the prostitutes. We say we don't need you anymore. We're gonna go to the world, and then we pretty much alcohol. We debark ourselves, mess up, and then we come back as a prostitute. And he's like, I'm still willing to buy y'all back. We're like, what kind of love is that?
The only. Let's do one more and let's close it out.
Bet. I like it. The Lord speaks in mysterious ways. Is it a fake or real phrase in the Bible?
I think that's fake. Like the verbiage, mysterious.
The word works.
No.
The Lord works in mysterious ways. And you're right.
Yeah.
I'm thinking you knew these answers, man, because you sent this.
No, I didn't look at it. I promise you, I didn't look at it.
I'm playing, bro. Nah, it's fake, bro. It doesn't appear in the Bible. It's loosely adapted from a hymn written by William Cowper in 1773.
Shout out to Will.
William Cowper. That's some crazy names back then, bro.
They really do.
But
1700s?
yeah, 1773.
Bro. All right, so check this out. I've been playing this, like I said, I just got a PS5. I've been playing this game called Hold Fast. Bro, this is one of the coolest games. I think people would find it boring. You get a fight as the American Revolution. So and it's one shot. And then you got to reload. It takes like 5 seconds. Bro, it's so cold. I know that people don't want to hear about this, but it just made me think because from playing the game to 1700s, I'm like, oh man, like that's kind of around the time of the game that I'm playing. And
Yeah.
I've been kind of like on a history kick of like, man, I really need to dive back into American history like that.
Like what they were like what was going on, with the Bible, like during Martin, like even like Martin Luther, right? The Catholic Church and all that, like that all of history.
Yeah.
You should be. I think you would be.
History was my favorite subject, bro.
Yeah.
In school, that was my thing.
You might be a teacher, bro.
I used to want to be. I used to want to be a teacher coach.
Oh, yeah.
But hey, bro, I still am a teacher, man. I'm teaching these people.
Exactly, bro.
But, before we close and we pray, I just want you to give a plug to Ruth's Home, and that way, people watching this can donate.
Yeah. So Roots Home for Children, we started the ministry probably 2015-ish, right? But we started with 7 to 8 kids. We used my parents' old home, and we grew it over time. I mean, obviously, we can get 100 kids tomorrow, but we want to make sure we can serve these kids properly and help them, right, as we grow. And so currently we serve 60 kids, 50 widows. These widows, half of them help the kids, right? Take care of the kids. The other half, we're teaching them agriculture, sewing clothes. That way they can make money for themselves. And it's a whole community. We're building a clinic on there. We're building the third water well on there. The farm is going to be there as well. So it's like a whole recreational community for the Lord. And so you can find us on Google, type in Roots Home for Children. It'll be the only one that pops up. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook as well, Roots Home for Children. We're based out of here in Texas, but we service people and kids and widows and just families out of the Democratic Republic of Congo. And so, definitely we're looking for donations. Right now we're having a huge June push. And so the link will be shared, and you can go there, you can donate there.
Yeah, the link will be in the description down below. But cool, man. I'll pray us out. And Jesus, thank you for this day. Thank you for this incredible time and just this time of fellowship. That's honestly what it was. God, I pray that everybody that was listening got a piece of value. Even though we're having a fun time, God, I pray that even in that, people feel your presence. Because ultimately that you are the reason why we do this. And so we're just so gracious for you and trusting us, having this platform and speaking to your people, God. We love you. Praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Bro. Man, another one in the books.
Yep.
And everybody else, we'll see y'all next time on the CROWNEDCAST podcast.